Hello, this is the Daily Forex Report for September 23rd. We're looking at the US-Japanese yen pair first. This pair moved lower, did break the previous session's low, closed lower. We are looking for it to continue overall, moving sideways. Look for it to potentially retrace and hit some resistance around 84.95, possibly moving down and hitting support at 84.25. Now the Euro-USD pair, this particular pair continues to move to the upside. It did pull back a little bit today, created an inside bar. We are looking for this trend to the upside to continue. Look for it to hit some resistance at 134.50 and hit some support around 132.46. Now the pound US dollar pair, this particular pair broke previous resistance but pulled back and closed up, but still within this sideways movement that it's been doing over the past couple of days. Slight bias to the upside still. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 158.25, possibly as low as 155.27. Look for some resistance around 157.50 and look for some support around 155.75. Okay, now the US Swiss, this pair continues to move to the downside. Moved lower but pulled back, closed within yesterday's range. We are looking for it to potentially go up and hit some resistance around 0.9900, possibly moving down and hitting support at 0.8900. Well, as far as news announcements go, we have one significant news announcement being released tomorrow at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus on this one. This is the German IFO expectations for September. This will affect the euro. Expectations are down, at least the estimates are showing that, from 1.5 or 105.2 up or down rather to 104.0. So a little bit down on expectations. Now, what am I looking for during this next session? Well, the Euro USD did create an inside bar. You could look for a breakout. You're going to have to look long term as far as where to get in and get out. You're going to want to take the high here that was created yesterday. Let me change the color here so we can actually see this. There we go. Take the high if it does break above it, and then if you notice we have an area of support here that pretty much tagged it as well. You want to go up and look for another area of support or resistance. Previously looking at about 150 pip move there if it were to move that high. Now it does have to make up some ground, so it's already going to be moving 132 pips to get to the breakout. So not sure if I'd look for a breakout to the downside. Now, if you look out, or to the upside rather, if you look to the downside, we do have a potential here, this window. Basically, we have a potential short and then a potential exit a little bit lower. If you notice, it comes right in line with some of the closes here previously from support. So we could see it, should see it come on down about 180 pips. Now it does have an additional 66 to come down to that point. Total would be about 150 pip move. That's not uncommon in the Euro USD. Here's one for almost 200. So we definitely do see those kind of numbers. You just have to look at it. Now I do want to show you something. If you ever wonder who's like where the US dollar is going overall, go ahead and skip to or move to the month time frame. This is just a quick way to see who's in control. Remember, if the US is first in the pair and it's going down, that means the US is losing ground. You can see here in the US Swiss it's down, so that one's down. The pound US dollar pair is moving higher, which means the US is moving down. Now here's the euro and US. It's moving up, so the US is moving down. And here is the US Japanese yen pair on the month time frame. It's barely up. So that means the US is gaining a little bit of ground, but not by much. Here's the New Zealand US. It's moving higher. The Australian US moving higher, and the US Canadian is moving lower. So all in all, out of those seven pairs, all but one, the US dollar was losing ground. There was the US Japanese yen pair that was moving higher, but it wasn't moving higher by much. If you remember, it had a candle similar to this. So overall, out of the seven major pairs, we only have one that's moving higher. Overall, the US dollar is down. That may be no big surprise to you, but nonetheless, I just wanted to show you a quick way to tell on the month time frame, to give you a quick overview. If you ever are curious about what the US dollar is doing, look at those seven pairs on the month time frame, and that'll give you a quick general overview of what it's doing. Well, that about wraps us up for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.